Good morning. It is Friday the 23rd. Tomorrow is Dewey's, and I wanted to do a regular Dewey's 24-hour readathon kind of thing, but I don't think it's going to happen because I have a couple of things I need to do this weekend social-wise, so I won't have as much time to be at home reading on Saturday to Sunday. So I'm just going to do a weekend vlog, trying to read as much as I can and participate in the Dewey's and in that way. And so this is my first little update, and I'm on my way to work. I actually have to go like right now, so I'll fill you in on what my reading plans are later and let you know what I've been listening to today. So yeah, this was that. See ya. Hi guys, it is now a little bit later, quite a long time later. It's 4:45 p.m. on Friday. I'm home from work. I just did a little bit of grocery shopping. Went to the library to hand in a manga that I finished because I've been putting off reading it, so I just had to finish it off today. So I did that. That's got Pilgrim Volume 3. I don't know, for whatever reason it didn't grab my attention as much this time as the previous two volumes, so I figure it's like a 3 stars, maybe a little lower. I had a hard time following the plot of this one, so I didn't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to. So yeah, but I have been listening to a lot of audio today. This morning when I started listening to Hope for the Best, I was at an hour and a half. This is Audible, so Audible shows the actual time. Like it's where Storytel subtracts the time if you speed your audio up for whatever reason. So if it's a 10-hour audio, it'll show 5 hours when I start. Audible doesn't do that, so at an hour and a half it means that I've been listening to 45 minutes. So now I'm 7 hours and 45 minutes into Hope for the Best by Jodie Taylor. So I've listened to 6 hours and 15 minutes in total, meaning subtract, like divide it by 2. I've listened to 3 hours and a little something, which is definitely acceptable for a day. On a day I don't usually get through that much audio, but I had a good day today, and I think I'm gonna have a good audio week next week as well. That is sort of a feeling I have, but we'll see. I can never really know this. I don't know this in advance. 185 pages of that. I also wrote down 192 pages of Scott Pilgrim, which is not true because I've not read that much today, but I haven't ever calculated in my reading, so I give that day that I finish it, it gets all of the pages because it doesn't have any page count in the volume. It doesn't show any page number, so I have a harder time tracking the manga that I read, this specific manga, the way that I usually would do. So whatever day I finish it, it gets all the pages because I don't cheat. I just haven't calculated those in the other days that I've been reading it. So my plan for the weekend is I want to finish Blood Promise by Rachel Mead, which is the 4th book in the Vampire Academy series. I've only just started it. I'm 40 pages into it, and I would also like to start and possibly finish a mystery that I have on my TBR for the month. I'm doing really well on my TBR in general, but my physical reading, I'd like to Ghost of a Chance is the name of that. I haven't because I would like to finish that and then maybe, if I'm awesome and stuff, get started on my last and final physical book of the month, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I've also started on The Watered Man by Peter V. Brett, which I am about 60 pages into it. so not super much, but my audios, as you can see, is pretty well filled out. I have listened to a lot more for I'm planned for the worst today, a lot further on because of my reading today, and otherwise that I only have Something Wicked This Way Comes, and I hope to listen to that this weekend, but I'm a little worried because it's a full cast audio and it's only like 2 hours, and this doesn't take 2 hours to narrate, but I hope that it will give me the complete story anyway, because I can't find an audio with the full length unabridged version, so I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, if I don't think that I get the full story, I will reread it at some point in the full length physical, but I didn't expect to have to physically read this book when I decided to add it to my TBR for the month, but this is perfect for the season, so I'm hoping I will really enjoy it. I think that's all of the books that I'm hoping to finish, because hope for the best, I'm saving the rest of it for next week, because that's not a rush to finish it, but I like to listen to as much as I can from this one this weekend. Not necessarily finish it, just make progress on it. So those are my plans, but other than my reading, I also have a lot of other plans. I have plans to watch a lot of things on TV, including serious watching. First up, today I'm planning on watching the last 3 episodes of the 2nd season of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I'm dying to know what's gonna end up happening. I watched Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron yesterday, and I had to watch that before I could watch the remaining 3 episodes. So I'm looking forward to watching that. It wasn't as intense as the last time I had to suddenly watch a movie before I could get back to the series, but I'm looking forward to watching those 3 episodes. Then there's a announcement in terms of from the government in terms of the corona situation at 6:30, so I'm definitely going to watch that because it will come with new restrictions. So I don't know how, because it's turned bad, all of it's bad. We'll see how much I get read. I'm going to try and read something of this now for the next hour until I make dinner and start watching some S.H.I.E.L.D. I will also like to watch I don't think I'm going to read that much this evening, so it'll be an hour or something like that now, and it will be it for today. And then tomorrow morning I have to go to I believe we're going to my sister's. I haven't confirmed it, but I think we're going to my sister's for breakfast. Then we're gonna go buy a birthday gift for my brother, whose birthday is next Saturday on Halloween, and we're gonna go that day as well for his birthday. What else? And then I might have to go to my parents' place in the evening, but I don't know if I'm going to go straight from my sister's to that or if I'm going to go home first. But I'm bringing along books so I can read wherever I am if I have time for it. And then we'll see, and I think Sunday is going to be the day that I catch up on my reading for the weekend. So I also have to watch Ant-Man, the movie, and again for my Marvel project, and maybe I will be starting in on the Daredevil. So I have a lot of things I want to do. Oh, and the Great Danish Bake Off is tomorrow as well, but if I'm at my parents' I'll be watching it there, so it's fine. So that's currently what my plans are, and we'll see if anything else is added over the week. So yeah, this was my update for now, and I will talk to you later. It's 10:30, 9:30. It's 9:30 now, and I watched the 3 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's the last season. No, it's the second season, the last 3 episodes of the second season of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it ended up on a real big cliffhanger. I'm a little bit annoyed because now, I think I said before that I have Ant-Man, the second season of Daredevil, before I can get back to S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a lie. I have Ant-Man, the first season of Jessica Jones, and the second season of Daredevil before I can get back to finding out what happened to the character that got swallowed up by goo at the end of this episode. All I want to do now is actually watch something more, like continue, but I'm staying put. I'm following my plan. I have to. So a reading update. I have actually been reading from Blood Promise. I have read up to page 129. So I was on page 40 or something like that when I started. So I've read 60, 78 pages, which is fine. I don't know if this, like the first one is my least favorite because I think the writing is a little bit sloppy in places. Like it's messy, and Rose's character is very childish. But this one is probably my least favorite out of the other 5. It's not taking place at the academy as the other books does, more or less. This one is set in Russia after some things that happened in the 3rd book. And it makes sense for why she is in Russia. And it's there's definitely some interesting things. We're introduced to some characters that are very important to the remainder of the series and also the spin-off series. So in that way it's a good and informative series, and it's a series where we are getting to know more about what usually women Dhampirs, how their lives are. Because most often it's the men who becomes the Dhampir guardians, and not so often the women. Anyway, so far Rose is in Russia and she's met up with some other Dhampirs. Without spoiling too much, she's met Sydney, who's an alchemist, and alchemists sort of protects the humans from knowing about this world. It's very important that the humans doesn't get to know that Dhampirs, Moroi vampires and Strigoi vampires exist. Not so much because of the danger that it implicits, but because often humans would want to seek the danger. They want to become immortal themselves no matter the cost. A lot of humans would do that, so they don't want them to be exposed to it. So yeah. So that's really interesting. And I'd forgotten that they're alchemists. I just remember that she was protecting them somehow. And I don't know how I can forget it, because like alchemy is some of my favorite part of a magical system. So I'm really pleased that it's part of this as well. And we're definitely getting to know more about that in the spin-off series, because the spin-off series is from Sydney's perspective. That's why I introduced her here, because why not? So it's definitely been fine so far. And I know what's to come. And I know that's why it's not my favorite, because there's parts of this I just didn't enjoy very much. But I read it rather quickly, so it's fine. Also, I talked about the press briefing. What do you call it? Press announcement? No? Like today we had a record of newly infected of all times history in Denmark in terms of COVID-19. We had 859 positive tests today. Yesterday was 700 and something, and the last 2 days has been like records. And so I don't know where this cut off. But in terms of the COVID-19, we now have to wear face masks in any stores, anywhere indoors that's public place, so convenience stores, shopping malls, regular stores. We didn't have, before it was only limited to cafes and dining places, but yeah, so it's fine. We were all expecting things to change. They want to go to all necessary precautions so that we don't break the economy completely. So they still want as many of the companies and stuff to stay open. They're not locking everything down as they did in March. They are just trying to restrict the amount of people that we see outside our jobs, as well as keeping the restrictions at our jobs. And if we can work from home, we're encouraged to do that, but it's not a demand. So at least that's good. They've also decided that after 10 p.m. every day, alcohol you won't be able to buy alcoholic beverages after 10 p.m. So far the bars have been closing at 10 p.m. So now they've also limited the amount of liquor we can buy and alcoholic beverages in general, so that we don't get enticed to go to 7-Eleven or something after we've been out, because it's not so much that we are pretty good at keeping distances, keeping our norm when we are not under the alcoholic influence, but whenever there's alcohol involved, we seem to be not as good as keeping or sticking to all of the rules. We get a little bit more loose, so I think it's a good idea. Yeah, so it's restricted to now that we can gather up to 10 people outside of our home, but also they encourage us to not see as many at home in our private homes. They can't control that in the same way, because it's not like they're gonna come and knock on our doors and check how many people there are, but they're asking us not to see as many, and they asked us to limit the amount of people that we see. And these restrictions will be going on until January 2nd. So that's definitely a change, but we all knew it was going to happen. So I should be reading, but I'm not really in the mood. So instead I'm going to watch some YouTube videos, I think, until I go to bed. So I need to charge my battery, so see you later. Bye. Good morning. I need my glasses. Just on my way to leave, and I forgot putting on glasses, so that's a good sign that I'm a little bit rushed. As I said, I'm on my way to my sister's. I have to go and buy breakfast rolls and stuff before I leave, so I'm actually a little bit in a hurry. I read a little bit in Blood Promise this morning. I also read a little bit last night before I went to bed, and now I am, I think, 170-ish pages into it. So yeah, so that's fine. But as I said, I'm a little bit in a rush, so this will be a short update. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it is now 11 p.m. and I just went into bed. I'm planning on reading a little bit now. I have actually been reading quite a bit today. I was 118 pages into my book this morning. And when I left this morning, I was 160 pages in. Now I am on page 264, so I've read another 100 pages while being at my parents'. So now I'm going to be reading a little bit more, and I don't know if I hope to finish this tomorrow morning, like before I get up. Tonight is winter. Time changes to winter time, so I'm having an extra hour this weekend, which will be nice. So yeah, I'm definitely planning on choosing that extra hour to read. We'll see when I wake up. So yeah, I'm hoping to definitely finish this and get started on the mystery that I wanted to start as well, and see how far I can get. And I haven't hardly listened to any audio today. I think I listened to 15 minutes in total, and so I'm not really I didn't bother trying to find out how many pages I've gotten to. It's probably around 10 to 15 pages at max. It's blurry. So yeah, this was a quick update to let you know how I've been reading and how much I've been reading. And yeah. But as I said, I'm going to be reading some of this now. I know things are going to change in the book soon, so yeah. But this was it for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it is Sunday, 12:45. Right? Yeah. I have a hard time actually seeing the right here, because sometimes it looks like it's a quarter to an hour later than it actually is. So I always have to make sure. I'm on my way out for a walk because I think I saw that it was supposed to not rain as much until for the next while, so I wanted to go for a walk and listen to an audio as I did that. I finished Blood Promise by Rachel Mead, my reread of The Vampire Academy, and it was a fun time. I finished it this morning at 8:30ish, and then I went up and watched Ant-Man and had breakfast, coffee, and then I have started on the Chins in China mystery series. The first book is called Ghost of a Chance by Yasmine Gael. I think that's how you say her name. And I read the first couple of chapters. I'm not very far into it, so right now I'm gonna go out and listen to some audio, and when I get back I'll be reading a little bit more before I get started on some serious watching. I have to go by the store to get a couple of things like vegetables and fruit. Kinda wanna get some of that and sort of figure out what I plan on making this week. So yeah, this is my update for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, just for some odd reason I forgot to check in with the final update on Sunday after reading everything, because I got into watching TV and then I got really tired, just went to bed, and then I forgot about it, and now I'm doing my final update just to let you know how much I ended up finishing. I mean, I didn't finish any more books since I last spoke to you, I think, because this weekend I only finished Pilgrim Volume 3 and Blood Promise by Rachel Mead, but I ended up also starting on Ghost of a Chance, and I ended up reading about 100 pages of The Warded Man by Peter V. Brett. So in total for Sunday was 394 pages, which means that in total over the weekend I managed to read 1,015 pages, which is fine. It gives an average of about 338 pages per day in the weekend, so that's definitely fine. I knew I wasn't going to be reading as much as I usually do over Dewey's, but it was a nice way of just trying to get some reading in and yeah, finish some things. I've had a pretty successful reading month in October in general, but you'll see that in my wrap-up. Yeah, so this is my final update. I'm sorry it's a little bit gloomy. It's darker now and it's 5 p.m. So yeah, anyway, this is my update. Oh, and if you stuck to the end, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you participated in the Dewey's, and if you did, let me know how you did, if you finished any books. Anyway, this is all I had for you today, so I'll be leaving now. I'll talk to you in a video soon, and yeah, bye.